AHAVA blessings. Welcome to this video. My name is Otero, and I am the founder of the Desert Rose Mystery School. We are back to our weekly readings. I'm so happy to be back at this. And for this week, we have beautiful guidance. Now, the weekly readings are an alignment of the Gnostic wisdom, the Gnostic Christian wisdom with the Kabbalistic Zoharic wisdom and the revelations of the oracle cards. So I do this very powerful integration so that every week we can receive a message, align to the cycles, and actually embody the experience of the Magdalene Christos. And for this week, the card is very beautiful, and I call these revelations because they are revelations. Each card holds a revelation, something that is concealed that wants to be revealed through us. And for this week, it is the gates of the holy city. The gates of the holy city. And so this is a beautiful, beautiful card because it represents not only Jerusalem, right? Because we're talking about the gates of the holy city, Jerusalem, but also Jerusalem as a dimension, Jerusalem, right? So Jerusalem as a dimension is actually the space of divine union. It is the Tiferet, the heart center. If we were to look at Jerusalem in our bodies, it would be the merging of the womb creation energy and the heart energy. And when I say womb, I also refer to men who have an energetic womb, a creation portal. So we merge this and we're living in a higher dimension, right? Because the womb has the ability to birth through the energies of our programs, of our fear, of our abandonment, or it can birth a higher frequency of unity, of love, of totality, of wholeness. And so the gates of the holy city are actually, this card is telling us that we are ready to go into the dimension of Jerusalem, into the Yeros Gamos, into the presence of divine union. And let us remember that the Aramaic word shlama, or the Hebrew word shalom, as it means peace, it also means to be whole, to be one, right? To experience wholeness, to experience completeness. And also this card is an invitation to the bridal chamber. And the teachings of the bridal chamber that we find in the Gospel of Philip, and these are the teachings that Yeshua gave his community, they're very beautiful because Yeshua speaks of a bridal chamber, of a sacred marriage that really is a marriage to God, to Allah. This is the word that Yeshua used to name Allah, the Divine Mother Father. And so you can call Allah divine presence, source, the fountain, anything, light, creation, but it is this divine presence of sacred unity of all. And so the bridal chamber was this marriage, this merging of Allah and through the Shekhinah, because marriage begins with Ma, so there is that bridge of the divine feminine presence and that merging with creation, that merging with the light of creation. And he teaches us that this is the true marriage. And from that marriage, we can actually be in marriage with the beloved, with our creations, with our soul. But that is the first marriage, right? That is the soulmate that we have all been longing for and that we continue to long for. It is Allah. And so as this card teaches us, it's that we are ready to enter the gates of Jerusalem. It is also reminding us that we are ready to be in a higher dimension of what our soul wants to express. And I just want to read something from the handbook of the oracle cards. And you can, if you like these, you can purchase these on my website. And so this is a revelation that Mary Magdalene gives us. And she says, she teaches us, after the resurrection, Mary Magdalene wandered, right? She wandered. We tend to think of her as being in exile. And she was in a form of exile, but the wandering wasn't the exile. The exile is something different, right? Her having to leave her homeland and to travel maybe to France, maybe to Europe. These are beautiful stories in oral tradition. But she had to leave that place that did not let her flourish. She had to leave that place that was executing her light and that wanted to execute her light. And so that exile is a physical exile, and the inner exile that she went through was the exile of not being in alignment with who she was. And this is why Yeshua performs the initiation of the cleansing of the 7 demons so that she can reclaim the 7 powers. And so the revelation is that her wandering, her inner wandering, wasn't exile. She was in search of the place where spirit lives unbound. And this is the merging. So she did not search for a building. She did not search for a city. She searched for the Holy of Holies. The Holy of Holies, the inner altar, the heart. This is Jerusalem. This is where we merge. And in this merging of ourselves with divine presence, with AHAVA, there is a merging of the soul with the incarnation. This is important because the soul chooses the incarnation, and the soul knows exactly the perfection of our incarnation in this moment. Yet we think that we allow the veils of illusion, of separation, of fear, of abandonment, of doubt. All of that is an illusion that we need to grow, to alchemize, and to heal. Yet it is an illusion, right? And so when we are ready to step into Jerusalem, we are ready to step in the truth of we are already whole, definitely. And the soul knows this. And so just by knowing this card is telling us, please say yes to your incarnation and say yes to all of the blessings that you have received and the gifts, and also embrace yourself, right? Embrace yourself for the journey that you are going through and all of the challenges that you are actually transcending in this moment. And let us continue. So in her body, she carried the memory of the Garden of Eden, as we carry that memory. The upper room, right? The upper room is where she received the Pentecostal flame with Mother Mary, which is that flame of Huba, of the sacred desire of mission, right? She was the living temple, right? And when she closed her eyes, she could see the mystical Jerusalem rising. And so here she received the scrolls of light, and the scrolls of light are the wisdom teachings that she always had within her, that you have within you as well. And here she met the beloved. She met AHAVA. There she became the gate through which others would enter. She is the gates. This is powerful. So the gates of the holy city, she is opening them up for us. She is actually teaching us that we are ready for the initiation, because every time we enter into a portal, we go through an initiation. Every time we enter a new Aramaic Hebrew month that begins with a new moon, we're going into a new portal. We're going into an initiation, right? And so she is leaving the gates open for us so that we can enter this sacred Yeros Gamos, this sacred divine union. And one of the teachings of this card is Inanna. And Inanna in Aramaic is I am, a beautiful, beautiful word that Yeshua used to say. It doesn't really mean I am, it's I am, right? I am the neshama and I am the nafsha, right? He was a Hebrew mystic. Beyond religion, beyond dogma, he was a mystic. And so we're merging these two. When we merge these two, more of the higher soul comes into the incarnation. We expand in every area of our life, and our wisdom and our journey of soul mission is actually given to us. The path is opened, the blocks are removed so that Shafa, the divine flow, can come in and we can walk the path of mission. And so there is this healing for ourselves, and let's bring this to the practical. Not only are we ready to step into the gates, but we are also ready to heal the self-sabotage. We are also ready to heal the separation, the illusions of fear, of separation, abandonment, right? All of that, to say, I am love. I am ready to be one. I am ready to enter the holy gates of Jerusalem, the holy gates of the gates of the holy city. And then also on a collective level, this card teaches us that we are ready to heal these wounds, and especially the wounds that are continuously trying to tell us, because these wounds are entities and they're trying to tell us you are not enough, you don't deserve abundance, you can only receive by earning something, right? And so this card is telling us that it's time to heal this. And how do we heal this? By going back into the heart, right? By going back into divine union, by going back into the Yeros Gamos, by connecting with compassion, love, unconditional love. Stop judging. Let us stop judging. Very important. Let us allow ourselves to actually share and expand and shine this beautiful wholeness and love that we are. And so we're going to chant Inanna. I have a beautiful song that you can find on iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon, Inanna, which was my last recording, one of my favorites. And I want to chant it with the drum today to wake up the fire. We do Aramaic shamanic drumming. We bring the drum up 3 times. Above the arc line, touching the neshama, we bring the drum up to receive the divine blessings. We bring the drum down for all of us to ground this energy of the I am, I am. And so I am wishing all of you a radiant week ahead. If you have any comments or reflections, please leave them below. I truly love to read all of you. And it's always so important to create a co-creation. When we create a co-creation, we actually create light and we create shafa. We create divine flow. This is one of the best ways. There are so many ways to strengthen the vessel and make the vessel greater to receive more light. But one way is to generate light. And we generate light by communicating with each other, because we create light when we are in love, right? When we are mirroring that love. The vessel expands and the shafa flows. Sending love to all of you. AHAVA.